Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room, and today we're going to make these fabulous table decorations for a party. I'm going to do a final one to go with these. It's actually for my sister's 50th, but by the time this is going out that will already have been passed, so we're not spoiling the surprise. I've done them with the magical mermaid stamps. My sister's a marine biologist, so I see that as kind of professional mermaid. But alternatively, you could use magical day, which would also make, you could do wizards and knights and dragons and things. And I think that would equally make a really pretty birthday decoration, table decoration. So let's get started. First, I'm going to bring in my scoreboard, and I've got a piece of cardstock here. This is A4 in length, which is just over 11.5 inches. Not terribly critical. 11 inches is fine, or 12. And I am scoring, and I should say by 4 inches wide. And I am scoring every ½ of an inch all the way along here. Now actually what I want is 2 pieces that are 2 inches wide. Just went on the wrong one there. But by scoring it all at the same time, I save myself a bit of bother, and then I can just go and cut it in half, which I'll do now. Okay, so I've got my 2 pieces at 2 inches wide by 11 3/4 long, so I'm just going to trim off those last quarter pieces, and I'm going to join. And the reason I join first before I start doing my concertina folds is to make sure that when I get to that middle bit I'm folding in the right direction, so I don't have to unfold it and then refold it. And literally I'm just going backwards and forwards, folding concertina style all the way along. And this is going to make a 4-inch wide finished project. Right, so there we go. So those are all scored and folded, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue that together. And if you glue one to the other like that, you'll see the folds all continue again in the same direction. Now I just need to prepare a few more pieces here. So this is the 1 3/4 circle punch. I'm going to punch out a couple of circles. This is just to hold it in place. Hold the concertina's pieces in place. I'm going to take a starburst punch and punch out one of those. Now I punched 2 on my other project because I did here, I've got my starburst on both sides, but this time I have prepared, here's one I prepared earlier, I've prepared some little 50s which are going on the other side. So we'll just do a bit of stamping on that pink one. And the stamp I'm going to use from the Mermaid set is this one here. It's got sand and then lots of little critters of various descriptions. And we're going to stamp that with the Berry Burst ink. There we go. So I've missed a bit there. Let's go back in. And it's just colour on colour, so it's very gentle, but it does look pretty. Okay. And then the other 2 pieces that I've already prepared are a couple of circles of foil. This is the champagne foil, and this is 2 3/4 inch wide circles of that one there. And the 50, I've used mini dimensionals here to pop that up. The 50 is going direct onto one of those. And then the other piece of stamping, we're going to do the mermaid again. I've used the greeting stamps from the same stamp set. So one says have a magical birthday and one says mermaid kisses and starfish wishes. Now, this one we've got the 50 on, but I am going to do the mermaid on the back. And I'm going to punch the mermaid out with the 1 3/8 scallop punch, which is in the Spring Summer catalogue. And let's pop that one on there. Right. Okay, now in the meantime, I've been heating up my glue gun. And really the only thing to put these rosettes together is hot glue. It's really the only thing that works best. So this is how it's going to go together. You can see that that forms a little circle. But I'm going to prepare by putting, let's get another tube in, plenty of hot glue onto that circle. And be ready with that. You need to be fairly quick before that dries. Come on, behave yourself. There we go. And once you've got that together, pop that hot glue on the top and we'll hold that in place. And then to make the little stick, I've actually here used a wooden chopstick from my sushi. Unused, I should say. And I'm going to just put some hot glue in there and some on the stick and pop that in. Give it a little pinch, that'll hold that very nicely. You could use a skewer, but if you're doing that at children's parties, just remember to take the point off. But the chopstick works very well. And then back on again with my hot glue on the back. Now you could go straight in with the decorative pieces, but the reason I use a separate one is it gives you the opportunity to just stick it on without worrying about whether it's right in the middle. You can see that isn't, but it allows me now to go in and fiddle around with it and be happier about the actual location, because I'm not trying to do it while I'm holding this piece together, if you see what I mean. So we can now take a little longer with that one. And you could stick this, you don't need to stick this with hot glue, but it's just as I've got it here, I'm using it. You could do it with Tombow. Or indeed dimensionals. And there's our 50 to go on the back. And then we could add a few of these. These are our adhesive, these are our adhesive sequins. And if you've ever tried to stick sequins with wet glue, you'll know why I absolutely love the adhesive ones, because you're not having glue coming through the little sequin hole. And we've got them in all of these lovely colours. Again, they're in the spring summer, so I'll just use the matching colours here to add a little bit of extra bling. Can I squeeze on another one? Might be a bit too much. We'll put some on the other side as well, around our mermaid. And then to finish off with a little bit more bling, I think we'll go for some of this really pretty ribbon. It's again in the Spring Summer catalogue, and it's got this lovely silver edge to it. I've also got the narrow sequin, the mini sequin trim, which makes it quite easy to tie. I must admit, the thicker sequin trim that we used to have, you couldn't really tie it very easily, whereas this ties very nicely. And I'm going to pop just a little bit of hot glue up there just to hold the ribbon in place. You could use a glue dot as well, just to stop that coming down, sliding down the stick, and then just trim those pieces off. And there we go. There's my 3 table decorations. So if you would like any of these goodies, you can get them from elizabethscraftroom.blogspot.com. Look down below and you will see some links for the goodies, and I will look forward to welcoming you back again soon.